Medicine Hat talent we are here to recommend is singer, guitarist, and songwriter Greg Herman. Started playing in a band when he was still wet behind the ears, and he's played professionally for most of 20 years. He tried to quit the business, but people wouldn't let him. Always got the call, and their pleas would get him. He writes about country life and history. He fits right in here. So now for Greg Herman, let's clap our hands and cheer.
Thanks very much. I hope I'm not too fashionably late. Donnie Musgrove and I were just chatting up a storm back there. A big thank you to everybody who's responsible for putting this deal on. It's yeah, go ahead. So it's a Saturday night. I'm going to start out with a little Saturday night song.
Saturday night since the way back when they swept out the hall and the folks came in. Dance wax shaking to the band's first song. Hardwood floor about a half a mile long. 4-acre field full of trucks in line where the dancers dance and the fighters fight. They worked all weekend and they all came out to the church or the barn or the old schoolhouse. At a small town dance where we all would go since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Small town dance would make you feel alright. Get to bed a little sooner on a Sunday night. Well, my dad rode over to the neighbor's place, raw hat strapped around a banjo case, rolling back a rug in a living room, but picking at a party at the Cypress School. Bonspiel's grads and rodeos, Maple Creek, Tibble Rock and Buffalo, Elkwater, Wisdom, New Year's Ball, Clearwater, Walsh, or the Bylaws Hall. At a small town dance where we all would go since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Small town dance would make you feel alright. Get to bed a little sooner on a Sunday night. At the hall last night didn't sing so great, but they played alright. My tulip boots made a real good try at a two-step, a polka, and a butterfly. Coffee perks, sugar cubes, and styro cups. Midnight lunch till I lost my buzz trying to find my truck. There's a chill outside when we pull in the yard just before daylight. At a small town dance where we all would go since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Small town dance will make you feel alright. Get to bed a little sooner on a Sunday night. Small town dance, best kind I know since I was a little kid in a coat on the floor. Get your brand new jeans, make them old boots shine. Can't wait to see you there again next time.
Thanks very much. I'm going to put this thing down now. I'm going to go back to the straw stack and grab my guitar. Oh, sure, yeah. Thanks, Scott. That will work. Scott Reeser with the assist. Thank you, sir. A lot of times up here, there's no set list, there's no plan, so this is a song that I wrote, a little bit of my version of Sunny Side of Life by the Carter Family, a bit of an old-time song. One
One day near, one day farther, what might or not be in the way. The draws and hills, they'll just get harder. When they're gone, we'll never see the day. Walk on the way might find me down the path or nowhere near. Every day something reminds me somehow we'll still get there from here. Should I make or take my shelter? Wind might blow our plans away. Weak or strong, we'll all need a helper. When that day comes, we just can't say. Walk on the way might find me down the path or nowhere near. Every day something reminds me somehow we'll still get there from here. Comes a time we can't be together, when our friends are far from sight. Just like the sun, I'll fail you never. Like light as day and dark as night. Walk on the way might find me down the path or nowhere near. Every day something reminds me somehow we'll still get there from here. Every day something reminds me somehow we'll still get there from here.
Thank you. Welcome, friends and neighbors. I think I got some friends and some neighbors here. I appreciate everybody that comes out. It's not every day that I hope I didn't say this already, but to get to play in a theater like this with a great sound company, Al's Audio, big hand to them, doing a good job all day long. Well, we had a good year this year. There's lots of grass. Talking to Charlie Ewing this afternoon, he said he couldn't believe the difference driving here this year as opposed to last year. But this is a song that I wrote about, kind of whining about not enough rain, and this year it might not apply, but I'll play it anyway, because in this country, you're never too far from a drought, I guess. The skies are staying blue, the weatherman he says it won't. I'm standing in the shadows, the clouds are passing over again. You know that every day it doesn't is one day closer to a rain. The grapes will feel the wrath, the heat's a drying up the wine. Sons are popping corn and making raisins on the vine. My kids have never seen it, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna again. You know my days are getting numbered, but I'm one day closer to a rain. One day closer to a rain. It's gonna have to do it, but when?
Felt like today, but then it wasn't. Every day it doesn't is one day closer to a rain. A snack, a bank will give a loan, a farmer wants to pay it back. Tumbleweeds are rolling and pulling down the fences again. You know that every day it doesn't is one day closer to the rain. One day closer to the rain. It's gonna have to do it, but when? Felt like today, but then it wasn't. Every day it doesn't is one day closer to a rain. Well, my days are getting numbered, and every day it doesn't is one day closer to a rain. Thank you. Well, I think I got to do this song. I don't know how Western it is, but if there's I've been playing this song, I guess, for quite a while now, and the idea from it came from looking at an old photo from downtown Medicine Hat, looking across at the old Monarch Theater, which is open again. That's good. My dad's mom and dad got married in the year 1935, and that's the name of this tune, too. 2nd Street in 1935. It was 33 years before I came alive. A picture of black and gray and white. Wonder what it looked like to be here in 1935. I look at the way it looked back then. This thing's still the same but different. Some folks remember when the highway rolled right through downtown. I wish I'd asked more questions, but some of them were still around. Wonder how it was back then. So much has changed since way back when. I wonder how it was back then, when the old things look brand new, with so much left to do. So much has changed since way back when. I wonder how it was back then, when the old things look brand new, with so much left to do. 2nd Street in 1935. I heard things were hard to come by just to stay alive. A picture of black and gray and white. I wonder what it looked like to be here in 1935.
picture's more than meets the eye. I wonder what it looked like to be here in 1935. Thank you. We were talking backstage about the fall to-do list as well. Here's a little tune about that. There's a line in this tune that says, my wife's at the mall and the wolf's at the door, and I just want to say my wife hardly ever goes to the mall. I'd be in some trouble if she was here. There's 99 things here on my to-do list. Would start another with the things that I missed. I don't fix what ain't broke, I can't fix what I do. And this fix that I'm in, it just ain't nothing new. I'm still gonna do this, I'm still gonna do that. I don't know where to start, but right here where I'm at, there ain't nobody doing what I ain't getting done. So the next thing on my to-do list's number one. There's a crack in the wall and a creak in the floor. My wife's at the mall and the wolf's at the door. But here I am at the counter, just a-trying to think, clicking my pen to the drip in the sink. I'm still gonna do this, I'm still gonna do that. I don't know where to start, but right here where I'm at, there ain't nobody doing what I ain't getting done. So the next thing on my to-do list's number one. Now the wind keeps a-tapping that branch on the eave. Meanwhile here back on the ranch when I leave, the fall and the winter and the weather won't wait. And you think I'd know better than to procrastinate. I'm still gonna do this, I've been gonna do that. I don't know where to start, but right here where I'm at, there ain't nobody doing what I ain't getting done. So the next thing on my to-do list's number one. Yeah, the next thing on my to-do list's number one. I'm gonna do a song about my dad. That's probably the most Western thing I could do at a place like this. I mean, thank you for inviting a guy that doesn't normally wear a hat to a Western music festival. I appreciate it. I'm not too much of a cowboy. I think I said this afternoon that my rodeo experience is, I kind of peaked at the age 14 when I was doing that, trying that. And but I learned an awful lot from hanging around Dad and getting around a lot of people. And I told Donnie back here, if it wasn't for Tim and Dad, I don't think I'd know anybody. So. was sharp and always steady, always strong. I'm just a dreamer searching for a song. When this morning broke across those riverbanks, what I saw reminds me that I'm only here by chance. Every plank and every post and every nail, He left them here and He left us not to fail. And what He always said will always still be true. You never change the weather, you can't take it with you. Tools and things He said, I still try to hear those lessons in my head. I talk and think about him like it's just outside. 'Cause what He kept was so much less than what He left behind. I see His hands on every gate and every wire. He would not say quit, He couldn't say retire. Until the end I asked Him what He would have done. His frame grew weary, but the Spirit left is strong. Every plank and every post and every nail, He left them here and He left us not to fail. What He always said will always still be true. You never change the weather and you can't take it with you. Just try to leave it better, ain't you got something to do? We'll try to leave it better and we'll never change your view. Thanks so much. I'm going to do one more tune for you. Thanks again. This is a big deal getting to do this. I really appreciate it. Here's a tune about the goings-on back in 1883. William Cousins, his house is for sale right now on First Street. I think there's a big price on it. It was built in about 1896, a big, beautiful old house. I feel like I should maybe get a tour through it and see if old Bill still comes around. There's a song about him. Summer in London, Ontario, 1882. A young man's father said, just go, I'll mind the store for you. Summer in London. Never lost a trail on the spring of 1883, following the rail. They couldn't step off of the wooden walks, mud up to the hubs, in the streets after another Red River raging flood. They spent that fall and winter in the peg, and never lost a trail in the spring of 1883, following the rails. He met one Sergeant McIntyre. He said, here's a plan for you. Get a tent and into Mercantile. When they move, you move too. cutting grade and laying track, making miles a day. You'll fill up a gunny sack with the money that you make. Bought a lot down on the line, I took a train back home, sold out the store, returned to find the boom kept moving on. With all he had inside a boxcar on the slow ride west, then traded steel for wooden wheels and wagons for the rest. The island lakes east of the Hat, timbers from the south, on both teams headed for the flat where the river bends around. We drift out on a sea of grass, the Easterners set sail. The 20-mile post was a camp the last night on the trail. Might have been more than he could have dreamed. This house that stands here still, how far could he have seen that first ride down Porter's Hill? The first train across the river in the town he helped to build. And I still read the stories that this old timer tells. I still read the stories that this old timer tells.